Hello all, welcome to the next session of our class Digital System Design. In the last class, we have understood how to group the logical ones for a mean term expression or a grouping the logical 0 for the max term expressions. Okay, so what is the procedure to group? So keep in mind, always we need to group the higher order. So it's possible to group a large number of logic ones or a logic zeros. Okay, we need to prefer for that one, and then we need to look for the lower order groups actually. Okay, then we'll, so we have solved some few problems also. Let's take one more problem. Okay, so the problem is list all the prime implicants and essential prime implicants for the given function y equals to f of a comma b comma c c comma d equals to pi of 0, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. They are asking for the prime implicants. Prime implicants we need to list out. Extension prime implicants and the prime implicants need to list, but the expression given in the max term, that is pi notation they have given. Okay, that means, so we need to, in a K map, we need to place the logic zeros for this corresponding, but when a grouping, we need to group for the logic ones, because we are needed a prime implicants. As already said, there are two words, prime implicant and the prime implicates. Implicants corresponds to the mean term expression or a SOP expression, where prime implicates corresponds to the POS expression or a max term expression. Okay, so let's come to this problem. So we need to list out the prime implicants, okay, for the given function. So let's write the K map for the function. So it's a 4 variable. So we're going to have a 16 cells will be there. So A, B, C, D, okay, and as usual 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So row numbers are, or cell numbers are 0, 1, okay. Now, so according to the equation, so we need to place the logic 0 to the corresponding cells. So that is 0 here, 2, 3, 8, 9, 11, 12 and then 14. Okay, remaining cells are the logic ones. Yes. Okay. Now, what we are needed? We need a prime implicants. So prime implicants means we need to group a logic ones actually. So let's group the logic ones. So see here, these 4 ones are adjacent. So let's make one group. Okay. So we need to try to for the group for the higher order. So see again, this 1, 1, 1, 1. We can make these 4 cells to the one group. Okay. Next, so these 2 can be grouped, right? And these 2 can be grouped. Sorry, 10 is there, actually 10 should be 0. So this must be 0 actually. Right, 0, 2, 3, yeah, okay, so only this one actually. So these are then one more here, 1 and 5 can be grouped. Okay, so we have a 4 group. So this is I will call as a group 1, group 2, group 3 and the group 4. Okay, so what are the mean term expression? So for this group, so this corresponds to the AB equals to A bar B, okay, with respect to CD. So all the terms will going to have the changeover, so we won't get any. So that means C and D will be dropped in this expression. So expression for the G1 group will be the A bar B. Next for the G2, so for the G2, see here, so A has changeover, so B here from the A and B. For the C and D, D will be there because C has a changeover. Next for the group number 3, for the group 3, so this corresponds to the A, C, D, and for the group 4, so 0, 0, A bar, 0, 1, B has changeover, so we need to drop, and the corresponding to 0, C, D 0, 1, this corresponds to the C bar D. Okay, so the prime implicants are G1, G2, G3, G4. So this is equals to A bar B, second one BD, third group ACD, and the fourth group is A bar C bar D. Okay. Now we need to find out the essential prime implicants. So if you see this one actually, so the cell number 1, it is not shared with anyone, so it's a unique mean term. Again, group 1 is having a 4 and 6, again these two, the 4 and 6 are the unique mean terms. Again cell number 3 are unique mean terms, and again cell 11 is also a unique cell actually. So that means, so here group 3, group 1, group 2, group 4, all are essential prime implicants. So the essential prime implicants are also a G1, G2, G3 and the G4. Okay. So the simplified expression, they have not asked it actually, let's write the simplified expression. So simplified expression is consisting the all the expressions here. So that means y equals to A bar B plus BD plus ACD plus A bar C bar D. So this will be the simplified expression for a given Boolean equation. So that means they may give the maximum expression, Boolean maximum expression, they may ask the prime implicants. Okay. So directly they give the summation expression and they may ask the prime implicants. Okay. Or by even they give the pi notation expression and they may ask the prime implicants. Okay. So let's solve the 2-3 more problems related to this actually. Okay. Let's move to the next problem. The problem is list all the prime implicates. So implicates, that means we need to group the logic zeros to get the POS expression. Okay. So that means we need to implicates. Okay, keep in mind, and the essential prime implicates for the following functions. So first one is given, and this is the second equation. Okay. Let's take the first equation. So let's write the K map for the given Boolean equation. So 4 variables, so that means 16 cells. A, B, C. Okay, see. So the given expression is pi notation. So that means, so wherever the cells numbers will be there, mean terms will be there, where we need to place the logic 0. Okay. So that's 1, 0, 3, 0, 6, 0, 9, 0, 11, 0, 14, 0 and the 15, 0. Okay. So remaining cells will be the logic 1. Okay. So and what we need to find? We need to find the prime implicates. So prime implicates means we need to group the logic zeros. Okay. So let's group the logic zeros. So let's make the, see these 1, 3, 9, 11 are adjacent each other. So I will make this group as the our first group. Okay. Next, these two can be grouped. Yes, we can group these two because we don't have any 4 cells. Okay, these two, and the remaining is what, the 15th cell, and the 15th cell can be grouped to the 14 and can be grouped to the 1. So let's group this one. 15 to here also for the 14 and the 15 to 1 also. Okay. So, I will name this as a group 1 and this is group 2 and this one is the group 3 and this is the group 4. So, the cells included here 1, 3, 9, 11 and the cells included here is 6, 14, cells included here is 15, 14, cells included here is 11, 15. Okay. So, let us list the prime implicates. Keep in mind prime implicates. Okay. So, all the groups all will be the prime implicates. So, that is G1, G2, G3, G4. Let us write the max term expression. Alright. Prime implicates. Let us write the implicates of the group 1. So, the group 1 is 1, 3, 9, 11. So, if you see the values for the ABCD, variables ABCD. So, this group will comes in the 0, 0 and 1, 0 row. So, that means a 0, 1 is changeover. So, we need to drop out the A. So, remaining is what the B. Since is having a 0, so that will be a B because we are writing a implicates. Okay. Keep in mind. Next, with respect to the column 0, 1, 1, 1, where C has changeover. So, C should be dropped and the remaining is 1. So, that means B plus D bar. Okay. Next, let us take the group 2. So, with respect to the A and B, so B will be the 1. So, that means B bar plus with respect to the column C, D will be there. So, this corresponds to the 1, 0. So, that means C bar plus D. So, next is the group 3, that is 15 and 4. So, this corresponds to the AB 1, 1 and here C in the CD, D has made changeover. So, remaining is C. So, A, B, C all are 1, 1. So, this corresponds to the A bar plus B bar plus C bar. Okay. Next, group 4. So, that is 15 and 11. This corresponds to the A, that is A bar, and with respect to the CD 1, 1, that means is equals to C bar plus D bar. Okay. Now, in this, which are all the essential groups, essential prime implicates. Okay. Let us see the essential cells, that means which are not shared to the any other group. See here actually, so the cell number 9, 1, 3. So, we won't see anywhere actually 9, 1, 3. So, this means these cells are the essential cells. So, that means we can say essential prime implicate G1 will come. Okay. Next, similarly look, let us have a look over here. See 6 is there actually, where 6 is again won't appear in the any other cells. So, that means group 2 is an essential prime implicate. Group 2. Next, if you see C3, 15 and 14, where 14 and again 15 will be appear here actually. Okay. So, group 3. Again, if you see the group 4, again it will be 11 and the 15, where again 11 will be there, again 15 will be in this group also. So, that means G3 or G4, they are not the essential prime implicates. So, the essential prime implicates are G1 and G2. So, let us write the simplified expression for the given expression. So, the simplified expression, that is y equals to, so includes the G1 and G2 essential prime implicates. That means these two will be compulsory, will be there, B plus D bar, B bar plus C plus D. That means these two are involved. Okay. So, G1 and G2. So, that means G1 and G2 are included. But see, if we write only these two actually essential, we are left out the 15 actually, right. See 1, 3, 9, 11, 6, 14 all are included. That what 1, 3, 9, 11 and here 16, 14 included, but we left out the 15. We are not grouped this one. But we know that one actually when you write the simplified expression, all the mean terms or all the max terms should be included actually. So, here the max term, the 15 has been left out here actually. but we need to include it. So to include, we can use the group 3 or we can use the group 4. That means the resultant expressions will have a 2 resultant expression will be there. By including the G1, G2, and we may include the G3 or G1, G2, G4. Okay, as we seen in the last class actually. So the multiple results may be possible. So here also multiple results are there. So the simplified expression will be y equals to these two prime essential prime implicants, then a bar plus b bar plus c bar, or y equals to b plus d bar, b bar plus c bar plus d, and G group 4, that is a4, sorry, a bar plus c bar plus d bar, and these two are the resultant. So this is how we are going to get the list the prime implicates and essential prime implicates, and we got the simplified expression. Okay, so let's take the second problem. They have given the sigma notation that are given in the mean time expression, but we need to write the prime implicates. That means we need to place the logic ones for the given expression, but when you are grouping, we need to group the logic 0. Okay, so let's take the problem. Second one answer. So again 4 variable K map, so that means 16 cells will be there, A, B, C, D, 0, 0. Okay. So now we need to place the logic 1 for the whatever the given mean terms. So that is 0 here, that means 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so remaining will be the, so this is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so next we need to group the logic zeros because we want a prime implicates, keep in mind. Okay, so prime implicates means, so the possible, we can't make a 4 cells, 4 zeros cells group we can't make actually. So that means 2, this is the 1 and this is the 1 group. So we have only the 2 groups, G1, G2. So G1, the cells are 4, 12 and the G2 cell 3, 11. Okay, so let's write the prime implicates. So the prime implicates are G1 and the G2. Okay, so what is the G1 expression? So expression will be, so if you look to the A and B, so that is 0, 1 changeover is there A, so remaining will be the B, so that means B bar. Next, if you look to the C and D, so that is B bar plus C plus D, because 0, 0 implicates, so there is no complement over here. So next is the group 2, so group 2 3, 11, so that is we actually here 0, 1 B plus 1, 1 C D, so that is will be C bar plus D bar. Okay, and if you see here actually to find out the essential prime implicates, so all the cells 4, 12, 3, 11 all are actually essential cells. So that means the group 1 and group 2 will be again the essential prime implicates. So EPI are also the same, group 1 and group 2 also an essential prime implicates. Okay, and then the simplified expression will be B bar plus C plus D into B plus C bar plus D bar. So this is the simplified expression. So I hope you understood how to find out the prime implicates, essential prime implicates and essential prime implicates for a given Boolean function. Now we have seen the how to find out the list the prime implicates and the prime implicates. Okay, sometimes they give the exam problems directly we need to write the simplified expression. Okay, so we no need to identify the essential or a prime implicants and the essential prime implicants, but directly we need to write the expressions. Okay, so on that case, we will name as that as the simplified expression will be named as a minimal sum expression. Okay, minimal sum Boolean equation, or some another for the SOP expression, for a POS expression, minimal product. We may call as an minimal sum expression. So this is for the simplified SOP expression, and this is for the simplified POS expression. Okay. So the questions will be like that. Find the minimal sum for the given Boolean expression. So that means we need to find out the simplified SOP expression by using the K-map. Okay. So sometimes again they may ask find the minimal product for the given function. So that means we need to find out the simplified POS expression. Okay. Let's solve some problems related to that one. Okay. Let's take the problem. So find the minimal sum for the following Boolean function. So as already said, so minimal sum means what? We need to get the simplified SOP expression. Okay, minimal sum expression. Okay, so for the given function. So let's take up the first function. So the first function is what? Summation of 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 3 variable function. So let's write the 8 cell K-map. This XYZ, okay, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And the cell numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the cell values corresponding to 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be logic ones. So let's place that one 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So remaining will be the logic 0. So what we need to find? We need to find the minimal sum. So let's group that one actually. So in this, let's make a grouping. So always we need to prefer for the higher order logic cells group. Okay. See here actually we can group these, right? This is the one cell or one group. Okay, and again see these four cells can be grouped together. 1, 3, 5, 7 can be grouped. Next 4, 5, 6, 7 can be grouped. So these two are the possible actually. Okay. So what is the simplified expression? So that is y equals to. So what is the expression for this group? So I will name this as a group 1 and the group 2. So what is the expression for the group 1? So see here 0 x equals 0 1. If you look for the x variable, x may change over. So x terminal won't be appear here. So if you look for the yz, 0 1 1 1. So y has made a change over. So remaining is what is z. Next we have one more group. So z plus. Next if you look for the here g2. Okay, only x will appear because yz has changed over. Entire column is selected here. Entire column is there. So that means yz is a change over is there. 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. So yz terminals won't appear here actually. So remaining will be the x. So this is the simplified expression for the given function. Minimal expression, that is what? Minimal sum for the given function. Similarly, let's take up the second problem. So it is an 4 variable function. So we are going to have a 16 cells. Okay, so K-map is right. Let's place the logic ones for the given expression here. So that is 0 is 1, 2 is 1, next 5, 7, next 8, 10, 13, 15. Okay, yeah. So remaining cells will be logic 0. Okay. Now let's group that one actually. So let's make this. So these are 4 cells adjacent to each other. So we can make the one group. Next, yeah, see here all the column, all the ends. So 0, 8, 2, 10 are the logic ones. So we can make the this entire 4 cells to be, we can make a one group actually, because we know that 0 is adjacent to the 2 and as well as 0 is adjacent to the 8, because when you are folding that one, okay, are folding in this way or in this way, okay, 0 will be adjacent to the 2 when you fold like this actually, and again 0 will be adjacent to the 8 when you fold in this way. So that means 0 will be adjacent to the 0, 1 and 8, and again 2 will be adjacent to the 10. Now that means all these are adjacent to each other. So again that means these 4 cells can be grouped to make a one single 4 cell ones. And this is the one group and this is the one more group. Okay. So these are the 2 possible groups. So let's have the equation for the right. So that is y equals to, so what is the equation for the G1? So we see BDC. So if you look for the AB, so A is change over, so A terminal won't be there, so only B. If you look then if you look for the CD, so C has change over, so remaining is D, so that is BD. Okay, and next one more group is there, so plus next for the group 2, these 2 rows 0 0 1 0, so this A is change over, so remaining is B bar because B is 0. Next these 2 columns 0 0 1 0, C has change over, so remaining is D, that means BD bar. So BD plus BD bar is the equation, simplified minimal sum expression for the given Boolean equation, minimal sum. So let's take the how to find write examples for the minimal product. Let's see the examples for the how to write the minimal product expression for the given Boolean function. Okay, so minimal product expression means we need to write the simplified POS expression, maximum expressions we need to write. Okay, so let's take the first problem. So given function is a 3 variable. So let's write the 8 cell K map and let's place the logic 0 for the given row numbers or a given max terms. So it's a pi notation. Okay, keep in mind. So 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So for the cells, so let's write the cell number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So for the cells 1 4 and 5, 0 will be there. For the remaining cells it will be the logic 1. Okay. So now we need to write the minimal product expression. So that means we need to group the logic 0. So the logic group will be the these 4 5 is the one group and the 1 5 is the another group. Okay. So let's write the expression for here. So there is y equals to, so this is for the group 1 and this is group 2. So group 1, so A entire row is there, that is 0 1, so A won't appear here. So B, C are 0 1, this corresponds to the B plus C bar. Next some term will be the 4 5 for the group cells 4 5, that is G2, so this corresponds to the A is 1 and the BC is 0 0 0 1, so that means C won't appear here. So remaining will be the, that means A bar plus B. So this is the simplified expression. So let's take up the second problem. The cell numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, So according to this equation, so we need to place the logic zeros to the corresponding max terms, that is here 0, 4, 0, 5 is 0, 7 0, next 8 0, 9 0, 11 0, 12 0, 13 0, 15 is 0. Okay, and the remaining cells are logic ones. We need to make a group of zeros because we need to get a minimal product expression. Okay, so let's group the logic zeros here. So these 4 can be group ones, right? Next, these 4 can be group ones, right? Next, these 4 group, again these 4, and remaining these 2 can be group actually. Or this can be grouped with the year, or again this can be grouped with the this one also. That means here 2 product expressions will be possible actually, 2 results will be possible. Okay, so this is the one group, this is the one more group, second group, and this is the fourth group. So I will do this is the group 1, group 2, group 3, and this is the group 4, and this is the group 5, and this is group 6 actually. Okay, but we can write any one, group 5 or group 6 can be write any one actually, because remaining will be the needed actually. Okay, the large groups will be there, but it won't complete the complete expression because 0 will be left out here. Okay, we need to include that one. So we can include to this 0, 4 can be group ones, that is the we can write, or even 0 can be grouped to the 8 also, that is the one more expression we will get actually. So let's write the simplified expression y equals to, so for the group 1, so b bar plus c. Okay, hope you can understand. So this is the 4, 5, 12, 13. So when you look 0, 1, 1, 1, so a is change over, so won't appear. So b is equals to 1, so b bar. Next here these two 0, 0, 1, 0, d has change over, so d won't appear, and the c is 0, so that's why c. Okay, next this is the group, so that is corresponds to G for the A and B will be the same, that is B bar will be there here because A won't appear here. Next if you look here, so D is equals to 1, so that is D bar. Next for this group 1, 1, 0, 1, B won't appear, so A will become, so A that is equals to 1, so that means A bar. Okay, next with respect to here, so that is C. And next is with respect to here will be the A bar plus with respect to the C and D, so here D bar. Okay, and next we make and write the group 5 or a group 6 can be right for the simplified expression, because when we are grouping this one we have considered the large groups we have done, but 0, 1 left out here actually, we need to group this one actually. So we can group in the 0 to 4 or a 0 to 8. So I will write the 0 to 4 I will consider. Okay, so when you consider the 0 to 4, then the expression will be, so here A bar A plus B, A will be 0 and then C plus D. So this is the one expression will be there, simplified equation for the given expression. Okay, or y equals to same thing will not come here actually. So the same expression until here, all these 4 expressions will come. Okay, so remaining one more G6 can be included here. So that means, so this one 0, 8 that can be right. So when you write that one actually, so that means here 0, 8 here if you look this one actually, so we will get a B bar plus C plus D, sorry B plus CD. B will be 0, right? Okay, so that means yeah, B plus C plus D. So these two equations are the simplified. So possible are 2 results are possible here for this equation. Okay, so these are the examples problems related to the minimal sum expressions and the minimal product expressions. So next we will go to the next topic, that is called as a minimal expression for an incomplete Boolean expression. Okay, we will going to see that one in the next class. Thank you.